Good morning and welcome to Waking Up with Don. I have some very special guests here this morning from Warrior Beach Retreat. But first, I'm going to have my morning cup of coffee courtesy of Deja Brew down on Panama City Beach on Front Beach Drive. Best coffee on the beach. Beach. Talk. That's what I do for a living. Welcome to the show.
Thank
Linda
you for
Cope
having us.
and General McQueen.
Yep.
But right now you're just Mark McQueen.
I'm Mark McQueen, Business Administrator at First Baptist Church, Panama City.
And you're an Army Reservist.
Yes, sir.
And you're a Major General in the Army Reserve.
Yes, sir.
But right now you're a First Baptist. You're a citizen soldier.
Yes, sir.
And you're here doing your civic duty to help Linda in her great work.
Absolutely.
Now, unless people have been under a rock for the last several years, I think we know what Warrior Beach Retreat is about. But maybe you could just kind of give me a brief thumbnail of what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, this was birthed out of our son being severely wounded 7 years ago. He lost both legs above the knee, wounded both hands. And it's our community's way of giving back. And we have severely combat wounded warriors and wives or spouses or caregivers from all across the nation and locally that come here for 7 days. And it's a time of R&R, just healing and hope and healing, restoration. They don't bring the kids. They just come and just really are loved on by this community.
Now, Mark, if I may be so bold to call you Mark.
Please. Absolutely, Don.
I feel like I should be saluting or something here. But what's First Baptist's involvement in all this? You guys have been longtime supporters of this
Yes.
initiative, haven't you?
Absolutely, Don. We have been privileged to be able to partner with Warrior Beach Retreat. First Baptist Church is very committed to our veteran population and those men and women who continue to serve in uniform. And this is a small way for the church to reach out and support these veterans who have given up so much of themselves for our country. And as you know, being a former Air Force officer, that freedom is not free. And there is great sacrifice on the part of these men and women who have gone on to the front lines to defend our country. And they went straight from the battlefield to a hospital bed to any town USA and never got a hero's welcome. This is the chance for that to be corrected. This is a chance for Bay County to turn out and show these men and women that they support them and appreciate their sacrifice.
And we're talking about all branches: active, guard, reserve, soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, Coast Guard. I mean, everybody's got a part of this fight, don't they, sir?
Absolutely. It's an all-in, total force fight right now that we're in, and these men and women represent the best of the best. And when they come back to Panama City and they come to Warrior Beach Retreat's 1 week retreat, it gives them an opportunity to take a knee, have a respite from the rehab that they've been going through, all the rigors of that. The stress and the pressures on those relationships, of those marital relationships, is just extraordinary. This is a time for them to come and take a break.
Linda, we have to run off to a break right now and get our local weather. But on the other side of that, I want to talk about an expression that a lot of people have heard, and it's almost cliche now. When a soldier goes to war, a whole family goes to war, don't they?
Absolutely.
And they all suffer, maybe not the same, but they're all going through kind of the same fight, aren't they?
Yes.
We'll talk more about that after your local weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm, westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Linda Cope and Mark McQueen from First Baptist, and of course Linda Cope from Warrior Beach Retreat. Linda, we had talked about families going to war. It's not just the soldier when he's deployed, it's the family, it's the mom, it's the wife, it's the kids that have to bear through that deployment. What are you doing to help those people, to help those caregivers?
Well, once they've been through the deployment and then they come home and they are severely wounded, especially, they have to have a new normal. Well, they have a new normal. And we focus on the caregiver during these retreats. That's what sets Warrior Beach Retreat apart from so many other great organizations, is I think because as a mom, I've seen what our daughter-in-law has done to support our son and how they are the unsung heroes of war. And it's just so important for our nation not to forget them either.
How is Joshua doing?
He's doing good, thank you. He will actually be here for this retreat, so we're very thankful.
Awesome.
Yes.
Because I went to his, and I hate to repeat myself, but for the benefit of the audience, I went to his welcome home back in the day. I was still active duty. Me and a couple buds got on our motorcycles and we went out to the Civic Center for that welcome home. What a moving experience that was.
That was a full Civic Center, yes.
And you've tried to recreate that, I suppose, in many different ways. And Mark, I think First Baptist plays such a large role in this because they give these warriors the forum.
That's right.
For that type of welcome home.
That's exactly right. And that next week, next Thursday, when we have the community event, it's going to start off with a parade. The parade is going to start at Lake Town Wharf at 4:15, and it's going to progress down Thomas Drive, just past the Navy base, over the bridge, and it'll continue on 15th until it gets to Harrison. It'll turn south on Harrison and culminate at First Baptist Church. The parade is roughly 4:15 to 5:15, and then we've got about 30 minutes of time getting the soldiers and sailors, airmen, Marines, all the wounded warriors and their caregivers moved into the sanctuary, and then at 5:45 we're going to start our Wounded Warrior Salute. And this is an open to the public, free event, opportunity for us to tell these heroes thank you.
And that's a big auditorium, and I bet you're going to fill it.
We hope to. It seats 2,500 people, and we would love for everyone to come, bring their flags. We're starting a little earlier. We're starting at 5:45 so that we can have it where people can get there and spend some time with these warriors.
Yeah, that's going to be a phenomenal event. I look forward to it. And I think it's the least we can do. I mean, it's the least we can do. Now, Linda, if somebody wanted to help, and everybody does want to help, how can they do that?
They can go to our website, warriorbeachretreat.org, warriorbeachretreat.org. You can donate there. Again, we're not affiliated with Wounded Warrior Project. That's another great group. We are the local Northwest Florida charity. The parade route times are also on our website.
Okay.
So you can see where to go. And then Cleve McClary is our speaker. And then Lake Town Wharf is hosting us. We're so gracious for that. And Panama City Toyota is once again providing the vehicles.
They do great work. We're so out of time, it's not funny, but warriorbeachretreat.org,
Yes.
warriorbeachretreat.org.
That's right.
The whole schedule's there.
Yes.
That's right.
And thank you, sir,
Thank you.
for First Baptist, for helping out such a worthy cause. And Linda, as always, we are in great awe of all the good work you do for our veterans.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back after your Max Biz tip from Zenobia.
Hi and good morning. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don. I'm Zenobia Andrews, your business system strategist, and I am excited to be here in the Max Out Studios bringing you your Max Biz tip for today. You know, all week long we've been talking about what are the 5 steps in maxing it out. In today's tip, we're talking about how to dream big and to create your own opportunities. You know, I'm here to share with you, my friend. I want you to take a moment, just a brief moment, and think about your business. What does it look like? Where is it located? How many employees do you have? And then see yourself making the millions and millions of dollars that I believe that you can make. I'm here to tell you that there is power. There is power in dreaming, and not watered down dreams. I mean big, unimaginable dreams. You see, I believe that once you get to dreaming big, once you realize that it's never too late to see yourself as the CEO, as the big kahuna, that's when you can start creating your opportunities in life, right? And we're not going to wait. I don't want you to wait for someone else to create you an opportunity. I want you, if you need to make some sales calls, to make the sales calls. If you need to go door to door to get those contracts, go door to door, because those opportunities are waiting for you. Nobody, my friend, nobody is going to care about your dream, your success in life, but you, okay? I'm Zenobia Andrews, your business system strategist. I am here to support you. So if you need a business coach, I am here. You can reach out to me at www.zenobiaandrews.com. I would love to connect with you on social media. You follow me, I'll follow you back. Take care and continue to press towards the max.
Welcome back. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time for our vocal tip of the week from Pamela Elliott from Elliott Vocal Studios. Pamela, thank you.
Don.
Hi, thanks for coming back on again.
You're welcome. Thank
vocal
you.
tip of the week. I mean, we're excited because every Thursday now we can learn a little something from you, and maybe some budding artists out there can learn something from you as well.
Oh, I'm excited because I've got a lot of information to share.
What are some of the do's and don'ts that we should be aware of for new artists?
For speaking engagements and also singing, I thought that I'd do a little series called the Do's and Don'ts. And I'm going to go ahead and do a do.
Okay. What's some of the things we
And
should do
with-
for speaking and vocals?
One of the
You know, people don't
things-
think of that. When they think of vocals, they always think of singing. I mean, I don't really think of speaking. And I
Yeah,
guess
that's true. But I
Yeah.
have people actually come into the studio and we work on that. We work on how to speak in public and how to stay, you know, healthy
Mm-hmm.
to do that, because speakers have just as many issues as singers do sometimes.
They
I mean,
sure do.
it can be interesting, you know.
you have to have stage presence. You
You
got to be able
do.
to project. People need to be able to understand you.
Absolutely. And you have to be able to flow. So
Uh-huh.
that's one of the things we work on as well. But one of the do's is to stay hydrated. Okay, we all know we're supposed to drink water. But, and you know, when you're a vocalist or you're a speaker, you don't want to drink a gallon of water before you go and speak or
That's
sing.
true, because it's going to be a very short speech.
It will be a very short speech for more reasons than one.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest reasons is you don't want to fill your belly full of water and then not be able to get good vocal breath, you know, the kind of breath you need to sing. It's just like eating. If you eat too much and you put all that in your stomach right before you go sing or go speak, well, you've got, you know, you just can't get your breath and you can't get that proper, you know, support that you really need for those things. So
It's almost like preparing for an athletic event. it
yes,
sounds like.
absolutely. And you know, the thing is to stay hydrated over time and do it properly. You know, the statistics are that you divide your body weight in half and you drink that many ounces of water, you know, throughout the day. And stay hydrated. And if you do that on a daily basis, you're going to be hydrated all the time. So that's a great thing to do. The other thing about water is water's great before you sing, room temperature. Don't drink cold water because
Does it do something to your throat?
Yes,
or
it
vocal
does.
cords?
You want to constrict your vocal cords, drink something with ice in it. That's not a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you drink just room temperature water is great. Reverse osmosis preferably, because reverse osmosis water is so much cleaner and better for you. So those are just some things to do.
So filtered water, is that what you're saying?
Filtered water, yeah. Filtered water is great. The other thing that you can do is if you're feeling a little scratchy and you're feeling a little stressed out about your performance and you feel like you're getting all, you know, you just don't feel good about it, and then you feel like you're needing to drink some hot tea, don't drink it with caffeine in it.
Yeah.
Drink
Yeah.
drink decaffeinated tea, okay? Because caffeine is a diuretic and it will dry your vocal cords out. So you don't want to do that because you want to get up there and start choking. You're not constantly having to wet your whistle, so to speak, by having a glass of water there and you're like, oh, excuse me.
Is tea
You know?
and hot drinks in general good for your throat? I've heard of like tea with lemon would be good for a sore throat. and
It's
things
good,
like that.
of course. It is good. You just don't want to drink caffeinated before you go sing. Now, if you want to drink caffeinated tea, it's fine to drink caffeinated tea. I mean, tea is good for you. It's just not right before you go and sing. You know, you want to.
You know, some of the most stressful things people can do is public speaking
Oh,
or
yes.
performing in public. And those tips are just great to know.
A-
Drink coffee,
absolutely.
drink plenty of water.
Right. Coffee is not your friend on a day that you're going to be speaking in public or singing in public. Drink it after you perform or after you speak. That's just like you don't want to, you know, eat dairy before you go sing because it
Makes you
causes
kinda phlegmy or whatever,
Yeah,
yeah.
causes, yeah, it does,
Yeah.
and that's not a good thing to do. Hey, afterwards, go for it. You know, it's great.
Pamela Elliott, thank you so much for giving us that vocal tip of the week, and we look forward to getting another tip from you next week as well.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Mark Brosma. Did I say your name right, Mark?
Yes, you did.
From Carpet Care Specialist. Now, you're a specialist at carpet care, as your name implies, but you do other stuff too, don't you?
Yeah, we clean everything, tile and grout, hardwood floors, upholstery, mattresses. We can even clean some draperies while they hang on the, you don't have to take them down and bring them to the cleaners.
Oh,
always.
that's
But-
cool.
So pretty much anything that's fabric or and flooring in any house.
So, you know, if if you out there watching are anything like my wife, you're going to want some spring cleaning done. And my wife is obsessed with allergens and dust mites and all that type of stuff. And vacuuming sometimes just isn't enough, isn't it?
No, that's true. I always recommend, depending on how many people in your house and how often kids are running in and out and doors are open and stuff, that you clean at least once a year your carpets, just to get out the deep down things that your vacuum isn't working on.
Right.
Now, and remember, about 85% of all soil in there is what we call dry particulate soil, which is the pollens and the danders and the skin cell, all those things that everybody's allergic to.
Yeah, if you have pets, that's hard on your carpets, isn't it?
Very, very much so, because the carpet holds it in. It's a good filter for the air, but it's going to hold it in the carpet. So every time you walk, you're going to throw some of that into the air, and that's going to create some allergy issues.
I read an article recently where you were talking about people with really bad allergies and asthma and things like that. That carpet is actually better than floors.
Absolutely.
Because floors kick it up, where carpets capture it, and you're not breathing it in.
And that's very true. They did a study actually in Sweden on some schools in Sweden for that very reason. They took half schools and left carpet in it, and the rest of them they put hard surface. And they found they had higher allergens with the students that had hard surface floors, as long as the carpets were well maintained, which is vacuumed daily and then professionally cleaned on a periodic basis.
So annually is your recommendation?
Yeah, typically in a normal residential home, annually is plenty.
But if you have a lot of pets and maybe some high activity going on in there,
now you probably have to do it a couple times a year or so.
Yeah, I could certainly see that. Or some types of carpet need to be cleaned more than other types of
Not
carpet?
necessarily. In fact, there's some new fibers coming out. One's called Smart Strand that is where we don't have to use as much product, which is always good for hypoallergenic people. Literally, their recommendation sometimes is we just use a hotter water through our machines, and so each weave has a little different take to it as far as how we clean it. But as far as holding soil, they all do about the same.
Well, it is spring cleaning time, and I want to talk to you more about how to get your house allergen-free after these messages. We'll be right back after these important messages from our sponsors. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with carpet care specialist Mark Brosma from Carpet Care Specialists. Mark, when do people usually get their carpets cleaned?
Well, sometimes it's event driven. Someone's come to the house so they clean, like during Christmas or the holidays.
Yeah, Grandma
obviously.
and Grandpa are coming. Let's get the carpets cleaned.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the next one is spring cleaning. I think right now people are looking. The sun's coming out. They've lived all winter in the house, and they just want to get everything tidied up so they can go into summer and have a great time. So this is one of the times, and this is also a good time to clean because of the pollen that's just now falling.
Yes.
And that gets in the houses and really is a problem for allergies.
I mean, you really see that too. You go out to your car in the morning. There's pollen
Exactly.
all over your car, and
It
that
definitely
gets in the
comes
house.
in the house. Yeah.
And you got to change your air filters and
Exactly.
at home, and then of course your carpet catches everything. Have you ever been to a house where they say, hey, or a rental property, whatever, when you get there and say, geez, this carpet needs to be replaced?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously carpet wears out. There's certain stains and soiling that just gets beyond a cleaning situation. But that is one of our specialties, actually. We a lot of times tell our commercial properties, hey, call us if you're ready to replace, because we do so much specialty work. For example, Kool-Aid stain removals. We can spot dye carpet if there's a little bleach stain. We do carpet repairs if there's seams coming apart and those kind of things. So a lot of times we can get a little extra use out of it if they can't afford to replace at that time.
So you could save a carpet.
Many, many times we can.
I mean, you'll look at it and say, oh, God, this is terrible, and then we get a carpet specialist in and said, well,
Yeah.
wait a minute. We can get you another year or so
Exactly.
out of this. How often should you replace your carpet, or does it depend on the type of carpet you have?
Depends on the type of carpet and wear. Most people replace because they're just tired of the carpet. They replace for a redecorating issue, not for a wear issue. Carpets are made today, it's almost impossible to truly wear them out.
Right.
Unless you just don't take care of them at all.
Yeah.
But if you're vacuuming regularly and you clean it regularly, your carpet's not going to wear out.
Just anecdotally, we fell into that category of just redecorating one time. And we had carpet that was nice, but we wanted to change it up. It was a little warm, but not too bad. And when we pulled it up, I was shocked at the amount of sand that filters down through that and gets down to the subfloor.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, we're clean people. Where's all this sand coming from?
And think of all the soils you don't see that you're tracking in your house. Yeah.
So that was kind of shocking. So, we're kind of big believers in keeping those carpets clean
Absolutely.
and getting that annual cleaning. Now, Mark, if somebody wanted to come get in touch with you or learn more about your specialty, how could they do that?
2 ways. We have a website called floorcare911.com, floorcare911.com, and our phone number is 265-4204, 265-4204.
Mark Brosma, thanks for helping keeping us clean and healthy. And it is spring cleaning. And,
My pleasure.
and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.